Lee, can you tell me about yourself and where are you from?
So my name is Lee Mua and I'm from California, born and raised there. And now I am one of the KMIDS English teachers.
Where are you from in California?
Well, I'm actually from a small city in California. It's called Merced. It's considered the Central Valley of California. I guess what we're famous for is we have a UC Merced there, so one of the UC campuses. And also Merced is considered the gateway to Yosemite National Park. So you have to pass my city in order to go to the national park in California.
What are the 3 words that can describe about you?
So I would say the 3 words that describe me are that I am ambitious, result-oriented, but at the same time, I'm also understanding.
Where did you graduate from?
So I got my bachelor's degree from UC Berkeley, and I got my master's degree from Harvard University.
How was it like at UC Berkeley?
So UC Berkeley was an amazing place. I would say that I was surrounded by a lot of ambitious people and self-driven people who kind of had an objective as to why they're going to that university. UC Berkeley is considered the oldest UC in California, and also it's ranked as the #1 public university in the United States.
Can you tell us about your time at Harvard?
Sure. So at Harvard University, I was surrounded by a lot of critical thinkers. A lot of them focus a lot about what could be possible in the future. And so my time there, although short, I got my master's there, I think it was a great experience.
Can you please tell us about your time at Harvard?
Sure. At Harvard, I was fortunate to be surrounded by amazing thinkers and also practitioners. So for me, going to Harvard, it was a great experience just because I was able to see more about the future and the possibilities out there. So I was very glad to be there.
How long have you been teaching?
So I've been teaching for approximately 8 years now, and when I graduated from graduate school, I actually went to Japan immediately. I started teaching at the secondary level, and then I switched to teach at university. I taught at a Japanese university, and also I taught at an American university by the name of New York University in the Department of School of Professional Studies.
So what did you do before KMIDS?
So before KMIDS, I was working in Japan in a business focused primarily on admissions consulting. My job was basically to provide strategies and help to students who are interested in going to the USA, to Europe, or to Asia. And I helped them basically with their resume, with their essays in terms of giving them ideas, and also with overall application strategies. Fortunately, every year I had students who would enter Harvard, Princeton, Yale, and so I was very happy helping them through their process.
How was it living in Japan?
Oh, I enjoyed my experience in Japan. I think that when you live in a different country, you learn a new culture. And being in Japan, I learned a lot about Japanese culture and Japanese ways of thinking. So a lot of my strategies and the things I know is very Japan focused. However, I think that all this information I can also apply to my job here at KMIDS.
What was it like teaching at the university in Japan?
I enjoyed my experience teaching at university in Japan because I think that when you teach students who are at a higher level in terms of their education, you get to learn about them more, and also you get to teach them critical thinking skills. And so I enjoyed my time there, and I think that a lot of the skills I developed there, I can apply here to KMIDS.
Could you please tell us about your time as an admissions consultant?
Sure. As a admissions consultant, I was able to help students one-on-one basically to give them ideas in terms of what makes them different from everyone else. I think that when you are applying to overseas universities, you need to have a differentiating factor. So because of that, I look through the client's or the student's profile, and then together we discuss about different stories in which we could help tell in order to make them different. So I really enjoy this experience.
What is your goal as an English teacher at KMIDS?
So my goal here at KMIDS is actually to educate the future inventors and leaders of Thailand. I think that with the direction that Southeast Asia is going, that Thailand will be at the forefront of making changes. And so language is going to be an important factor for a lot of the students in the near future. So as an English teacher, I hope that I will be able to give them the tools and the skills to make changes in Southeast Asia. So what makes KMIDS very different from other schools is the fact that we have a STEM focus. However, the tool in which we can communicate the STEM focus to the outside world is through our English curriculum. And I think that we have strong teachers here who can make a difference and who can show students the skills and tools to go out there and to really make an impact. So I invite you to come join us here at KMIDS.